voices that I hear on my neighbors or trying to say that what I heard in my head is coming from outside. They're using a war weapon to talk inside my head and they're trying to manipulate the records. I want to make it clear for the record that what I'm hearing, I can't capture on this live stream. Okay? I want them sentenced to death. That way, stupid bitch, if I get kicked out of here, if anything you fucking want. They're hurting my ankle. They're hurting my ankle. They're hurting my ankle. I want those bitches sentenced to fucking death. Fuck you, if it hurts you, you should die for them. But I'm not, no, you're a fucking man. You should fucking do that innately, fucking bitch. Fuck, like, we gotta tell you what your fucking job is. I don't give a fuck. Do you understand me? They're terrorists, they're talking in my head, they're talking in my head, they're trying to get me kicked off of YouTube. They're hurting me, 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 they're hurting me. I want to sentence them to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. There's no reason I should have a dialogue with them. They should be sentenced to death. I can't hear you on my live stream. I can't hear you on my live stream. I can't hear you on my live stream. I can't hear you. I can't catch you. You're not. We can't capture your voices on any camera. They're terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. The minute I start cussing, it's because they want to hurt me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're hurting me. Me to do shit. I want to explain and discuss those psychos till their death penalty and what? Like there are any other options. They gotta go. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're starting a dialogue. They're trying to hurt me. This is not up for discussion. They need to get the fuck out of my head. This is not up for discussion. You're getting sentenced to death, and no, you won't be twisting my arm or threatening me. What's more of a threat than being murdered? Why are you discussing? Why are you discussing anything? Stop talking in my head. I have my live stream going off to make it clear I can't capture your voices on my live stream. Stupid psycho, watered down. I said I'm done. They're hurting me. Get out of my head. That's the bottom line. I said get out of my head. Okay, well then no can do. I'm not going to stop making it clear. I hear you hookers in my head. I'm not going to stop till I've sentenced them to death. That's a fucking promise. They're talking in my head. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. There's nothing to discuss. I'm live streaming to make it clear that I can't capture their voices on my live stream, and they're manipulating the records that are produced with the weapon that they're using to quote unquote investigate me, but they're actually talking in my head to manipulate the records. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. No, these people didn't commit suicide. These psycho women murdered them. They're serial killers. They're serial killers. Dude, if they find out how many bodies, you're out of here. Out. Out. Ha ha. Ha ha. As if they, and he's laughing because they already have tracked. They want these records. So this can be over. Everybody just walk like dogs. I love feeling scared. God bless her with everything. She wants to die. He's burning the women are burning me. It's really the women. It's really the women. The more you stand for them, the more it's because of them. These pieces of shits went around the world as quickly as they could a few times and slept with as many women as they could as quickly as they could so that they could make this worth their while. We're done. I want the horse to die. Ha ha, I don't want to die for you. Ha ha, ha ha, I'm not your mom, you dumb bitch. That terrorist bitch should have died before she had you, honestly. They should have sentenced her to death. You're lucky you're fucking here. Go tell that bitch to handle her fucking business, bitch. I'm not being sentenced to death. They're burning me. The terrorists talking in my head are burning me. They're trying to get me to commit suicide. One star. I'm done. I'm fucking done, bitch. Are you still trying to twist my arm, you dumb bitch? That would be just the most hurtful, disgusting shit. I want to make sure those bitches get investigated. Done proper. Surely no one is fucking wrong. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're trying to get in a dialogue. They're hurting me. It doesn't matter what it's called, but people know. People know that it's serious. Everything is together. They wanted to say stuff well before I knew. That's what I'm doing. I'm breaking news. No, it doesn't. You can't pull it off anymore. They're terrorists. They're talking in my head. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. They're stopping me from crying. They're manipulating my mind so I don't cry. And then they want to dictate after I put my makeup on to make me cry then. Women are crippling me so I don't go to my open house. Okay, they want to sever all my relationships. I mean, sever. They want to throw daggers in all of my relationships. So on a professional, on a friendship, they don't want me to have anybody. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists to drive me to the hospital if, God forbid, I ever were to collapse. They're forcing words out of my mouth. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're making me crippled so that I can't get ready. They're crippling my mind. It immediately like freezes up and I don't know, like I can't even lift my hands to wash my face. So one of the women was saying, you effing this, you effing that in my head. And at the same time, it was like I almost wanted to say the words like they're causing me Tourette's. Like forcing me to say stuff. Get off of me. I'm going to keep saying it. So it never makes sense. They're trying to, the terrorists talking in my head are like, we're playing with your sister's head so that they don't think that schizophrenia is a big deal. If I get this record, you can listen to all of it. I can hear you, but the camera can't, my neighbors can't. And that doesn't signify you're talking in my head. The men they're like, oh, doesn't she like those jeans? Let's mess them up. And I'm like, literally, they're rocking me like I'm on a boat. And now they're laughing. They're playing with receptors in my mind. So one of the men was crying in my head, like, Renee, you have no idea how long they've been after me. And the women, they want to protect them from the death penalty, so they murder with them. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. While they play with my mind so that I can't cry. And so that I always have this blunted look on my face. Like I said, they do this thing where they suffocate me. It's the women, they're the problem. These are the sisters to the men that are a part of this organization, and they're sleeping with the men. So the psychopaths, okay, are basically encouraging this type of psychoness. And honestly, the men, they were like, had our women not agreed or supported us in this, we wouldn't have done this. And the women laughed like, no one would ever suspect we're terrorists. Like, ha ha, bitch, ha ha, bitch. And they're screaming in my head. Like, my kids are doing better than yours, whore. And they're like, oh, you're gonna go host an open house for Chump Chain. Maybe you should have switched sides so that you could launder as much money as we have. Or so that you can launder money with us so you're as rich as we are, is what they actually say. They're playing with my head so that I don't explain because they're laundering money. And in my head, they're like, we have money, bitch. We have money, bitch. Every second, literally every nanosecond of the day, they're talking in my head. Like when I'm shitting. Literally. They're making my stomach hurt. You need to get a new pencil. I forgot. Pencil. They say no, without the weapon, you're nothing. And no one's allowing you to just sit behind it anymore. Those days are long gone. No country on the planet. They just made me throw up. The terrorist talking in my head just made me throw up for brushing my teeth. They're making me throw up so I don't go to my open house. I'm not gonna go to sleep. Get the fuck out of my head. They're making me throw up. The terrorists talking in my head are making me throw up. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're making me throw up for brushing my teeth. The women are talking in my head. It's like they're yapping, like nonstop, like they're chihuahuas. When they when they do that, they're killing the weapon to block my mind from working properly. for something. I want them to give me the awards and the whatever. Making sure to sentence the psycho whorebacks to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They need to be sentenced to death. They're talking in my head. Get off of me. None of that stuff sways me. They're talking in my head. They always have something to say. They're trying to manipulate me so they don't have to use the weapon to use force to try to stop me from doing things that make them obviously look like the terrorists that they are. Ha 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 ha. I'm done fucking talking. Fuck yourself. I fucking hate the fucking women. I want them sentenced to fucking death. They're fucking psycho. Fuck out. This is not a fucking friend. Like, I don't like their personalities. Or these bitches are sick, disgusting. They're psychopaths. They're murderers. They're Egyptian American Muslim women, terrorists. They're murdering me. They're talking in my head. They're making me dizzy. They're making me dizzy. They're making me dizzy and they're making threats. Like anyone fucking cares. I don't care. I know why. She's getting sentenced to death. So I'm obviously doing the right thing. Get off of me. This is the record they want. I'm gonna make it so. You won't be. Right before she turns 18, don't worry about it. That's all you need to know. I'm not your bitch. Okay, let's see. They're hurting me. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. I don't like communicating this way. I don't communicate this way. This to me isn't funny. This isn't how gorgeous intellectual women communicate. These psychopath women talking in my head are disgusting. I'm not gonna respond to that. You know what that is. I don't have to say this. The government has already said if you don't step up, what will happen? They'll investigate you the same way, and you're all gonna die the ways you murder people. And they're not friendly. They're serious. They're not forgiving. They're not any of the things you wish they were. Remove you out of. I heard what they said, and I'm done talking. Okay? The African American community has brought more money into this country than you bitches will ever bring into any country. We have them to thank for everything. No, they're keeping the balance. They're hurting me. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They don't stand for anyone. They're murdering their own people. They're sick. Muslim and Christian alike. My ears need a major cleaning. This is how much hair they made fall out of my head.
Renee, here is your reminder. No med adjustments.
They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. This is how much of my hair they made fall out. Do you see that?
Renee, here is your
Do you
reminder.
see?
No med adjustments.
That doesn't look like alopecia? I want you sentenced to death. It explains why I want you sentenced to death. I'm not a piece of shit because I want to live. The bitch is murdering people and she's calling them a piece of shit because they're not dying easily when she needs them to so that they could cover up the murders they committed. Or committing suicide, so she looks like she has something to investigate. so that they can launder money. That's what this is about. Why would you need power? It sure is, we're done. That letter's over. Your dad went his whole life without having that power in front of everyone. Get over it. Dad. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head with a war weapon. Nobody cares what they have to say. That's why they're saying it in my head. If they heard what they had to say, they would have sentenced them to death. These aren't honest. These aren't honest, good women. These are psychos. This isn't like a woman-man thing. This is psychopaths. They're psycho. Because they've already been taken care of. The government. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. They're making me sick. I can't. I want to think of everything else. And I am. I'm getting ready for my open house. They're forcing words. The terrorists are manipulating how I sound, so I don't sound friendly. Sorry. They're talking in my head with a war weapon. Why are you still talking in my head? Why are you still talking in my head like I care what you have to say? I 100% could care less what you have to say. I've made that clear. They're psycho trash. so you know I'm not doing drugs. Putting on my makeup. Because the terrorists talking in my head, they want to defame the hell out of their victims. They want to say that people with schizophrenia do drugs. Not true. So I want to make sure that it's super clear that it's just voices in my head. I don't do drugs. They are the ones who are claiming they needed to conduct a confidential investigation. Okay. So I didn't know about this, and I never said that I never consented to something confidential. Like if I knew I was going to be investigated, I want it to be public, especially because I know I'm innocent. I don't have anything to hide. So being that there's nothing for me to hide, I want it to be clear as day. I want to live stream as much as possible. I want there to be so much evidence that these terrorists are psychopaths and they need to be sentenced to death. One of the women is saying, stupid bitch. So that's another repetitive phrase that cues the weapon that they're using to talk into my head to stop parts of my brain from working. And thank you. Anyways. I don't know you, Richard, but thanks. They don't want me live streaming, so the men, because they think it's more uncomfortable for the men when men say like you're ugly or you're this or you're that, or to taunt you and tease you and hurt you, that women would be more inclined to be insecure and like basically fold. So the men are laughing in my head like, look at her, she's so fucking ugly. That's all they keep saying in my head. Hello, hi James. So this is a schizophrenic channel, and all I do is talk about my schizophrenia. I'm just warning you, it's not the funnest of contents. It's boring, and it's just, this is paranoid schizophrenia. This is what I deal with every day. I've tried medication after medication. I still take medication, but none of them work. The terrorists talking in my head want to make it sound like the voices I hear are coming from outside. So that's my take on the situation. Call it paranoid schizophrenia. Call it, if you hear voices like I do and you're going through something similar, then you know I'm not, you know, if you know, you know. Thank you, James. And I just like to live stream to protect myself and the people around me. My mini facelift. James, where are you from? That's a nice cucumber. Can you move your cloth? I don't have a cloth. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, I'm putting on my makeup. If you don't enjoy the content, leave. Can you hear me? Oh, you're from Ohio. Nice. No, I don't need anybody, James. I'm fine. I have plenty of family. I have friends. I just like documenting my what's going on with me. No, I'm not going out. I'm going to an open house. I'm hosting an open house. California. You do realize I have schizophrenia. I have schizophrenia. This is a schiz for people who are interested in knowing about schizophrenia and what we go through, people who have paranoid schizophrenia and all the somatic symptoms. I don't know what that means. See, you can hear the people from outside. That's how loud the voices are in my head. So if they were really coming from outside, I'd have been able to capture them on my live stream. I love when they talk because it proves my point that the terrorists are talking in my head. Oh, thanks. You say you've been around, Aaron. Yeah, but I don't want to offend people. I hear voices in my head. Schizophrenia is far from easy. The terrorists are hurting me. The terrorists talking in my head are hurting me. You too, James. Have a great day. My house is actually very warm. You could break a sweat in here. My AC broke and I don't have money to fix it. Hi, Mika. try and test you. Thank you. I am. I don't care what you have to say. I don't know what you've hidden and what you haven't. Good luck. Yeah. You'll never gain back that ground. I'm done talking. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. I speak Arabic. I don't speak Farsi. My neighbor's Persian. دول أمريكان. Okay. مصريين أمريكان مسلمين لازم يموتوا. Okay. دول بيموتوا الناس and they need to موتوا. I don't know capital punishment in Arabic. That's wonderful. So darn cute. The minute they see that I look attractive, they pull on the muscles in my face. They're terrorists. They're talking in my head. That is so flippin' weird, dude. Dude, it's their moms, I swear. Their moms taught them all this garbage.
This is a reminder. Call Ed Financial. This is a reminder. Call Ed Financial.
The terrorist talking in my head said, that bitch is disgustingly gorgeous to no one. She's talking in my head. She said it in English too. But they speak fluent Arabic and my dialect of Arabic. Get off of me because I'll be taking care of all of them. So it bothers you. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Terrorists, they're talking in my head. Every word doesn't matter. It's just they're talking in my head, trying to dictate how I respond, trying to dictate how they want me kicked off of YouTube. They want to destroy my relationships every second of the day. Like, it is so, what they're hearing, they pushed me, they made me dizzy. I just started like falling over. It's so nice once in a while to just close my eyes and imagine what I know this sounds crazy, but for that split second, to imagine what it was like before I started hearing voices in my head, literally every nanosecond of the day in my head, literally hearing voices in my head every nanosecond of the day and every increment of time in between them. The terrorists talking in my head are stealing all my peace. They're trying to get me to commit suicide. It is every second of the day. They made almost like 99% of my hair fall out. Look at this. Bald spots everywhere. Please, they're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. Amen. No, you won't be defaming me and my family. Ah. They're psycho. They keep calling me a bitch because they want to murder me, and I'm proving that they're talking in my head. There's one this them talking in my head isn't that's out of the question. It's not up for discussion. They need to get the fuck up out of my head. No, you can do it. It's called get the fuck out of my head. She keeps saying no can do. She's a psychopath. I'm going to make sure that everybody knows you said that. Why is that? She keeps saying no can do. She can't get out of my head. They're trying to get the records destroyed with all the evidence of all the crimes they committed. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. I want them sentenced to death. They're talking in my head. You better do something before I make it clear. أنا ما بهزرش. I said get the fuck out of my head. Get the fuck out of my head. This stupid psycho bitch is hurting me. She's hurting me. I want possession of my mind again. The terrorists are hurting me. She's like, no can do, bitch. Sorry, bitch. They're trying to discuss it. They're talking in my head like it matters what they have to say. Get the fuck out of my head. That's all there is to it. She said, fuck you. They're talking in my head. I told that piece of shit to get the fuck out of my head. These are women. She's a piece of shit. Won't get out of my head. It's my head. My head. I want them sentenced to fucking death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. It's the women. It's the women. I swear to God, it's the women. They made my face swell. The men think that they're going to bully me into not discussing that those bitches are murdering me by hurting my appearance, physically injuring me. Look at immediately. I want them to die. Do you hear me? They're Egyptian American Muslim women. It's not want, it's a need. They're psychopaths. They're talking in my head. Why are you talking in my head? Why are you talking in my head? Shouldn't these people be telling the government or calling police that I keep saying that if that's the case? I want them to open up a criminal case. I want you sentenced to fucking death, bitch. They're talking in my head. Get off of me. Get off of me. Of course she doesn't. She's a stupid psycho bitch. She lives off of destroying people's image by drugging them and raping them to death. She's a fucking stupid rape. She's a rapist and a psychopath. She's talking in my fucking head. She's raping me. This is a form of rape, you stupid bitch. You. Look at how much they made my head swell. It's the women. If the women get sentenced to death, this is over. So it's an organization, okay, of men, and their sisters are sleeping with them. Like the sisters of the men are sleeping with their partners in the organization. So they're the ones who are influencing it, because no other woman would sleep with a terrorist. They would have sentenced them to death. It's the sisters, it's their moms. I don't give a shit what you're talking about. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. If I make this clear, honey, which I'm obviously aiming to do, everything you've done is documented. And you'll be sentenced to death as I want you to be. Haha. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. Terrorists, they're talking in my head. I will not stop, and you don't fucking know me. I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Thank you, Richard. Richard is being trafficked by one of these terrorists. It's obvious. To pull your dogs back. Or it's going to be obvious because I'm going to post it, honey, and I'm not going to stop. They want me not. The terrorists talking in my head want me feeling uncomfortable to live stream. So they're making people leave these, like, leave comments or make it seem like people are stalking me when they're not. It's the terrorists talking in my head. I want them sentenced to fucking death. Do you hear me? They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're using a mind control, mind reading war weapon to telepathy war weapon to talk inside my fucking head. They're manipulating the records. I want those bitches sentenced to death. 15 likes. I ain't getting a lot more traffic. I can't capture your voice, but I'm having a full-blown conversation with you. So I obviously had to hear it. Why couldn't it hear it? Why couldn't my live stream capture your voice, stupid bitch? Clown. You clown face. الشراميط الشراميط مش هسيبهم until they get sentenced to death. مش هسيب الموضوع until الشراميط دول يموتوا. سامعين؟ بكرههم. I'm already dying. دول الزبالة دول هيموتوا معايا. I'm done talking. دول هيموتوا معايا. وعيالك هناك سامع؟ I'm done talking يا ابن الكلب. نكندي نكندي. لها بقى نكندي. حد يموت في شرموطة زيك؟ دول يبقوا fucking stupid. زي like your mom fucking made very clear. قرف. دول وسخين بجد. شرميط أمهم مش راضية تموت for them. فاكرين حد تاني هيموت علشانهم دول؟ No, no, مش منك. علشان It's okay, I don't care لو عيالك ولا عيال عيالك. I'm gonna make them see mine. Don't you wish? I'm talking to the voices in my head. I'm talking to the voices in my head. They're having a conversation with me about nothing. They're trying to get me to kill myself. That's all they want. They want me to commit suicide. They're trying to force me to commit suicide. That's murder. It's murder. Stupid bitch. Don't worry, I'm going to document it too, bitch. أخليها ordeal. Ha 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 ha. It's not like اللي حصل مع Burnham when it was fine to do it. You stupid bitch. It's on my will. Ha 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 ha. يا كلبة وسخة. Ha ha. ها 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 ها. عايزاكي تموتي، عايزاكي انتي تموتي، انتي صحابك واخواتك يا شراميط وبناتكم your mom امهاتكم. Is that the plural? يا شراميط يا زبالة. ها 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 يا تينا تينا تينا. عشان نخلص من موضوع القرف. No sharamit, no terrorists. No more sarasir. No more rude. Is that why they call it guerrilla warfare? Because you bitches sound like a bunch of fucking monkeys. They turned up on it. Beyonce wants you sentenced to death. Beyonce wants you sentenced to death. Drake wants you sentenced to death. Nice, honey. Ice cream means so much. Could mean you're cold as ice, like. He turns people in the eyes. People. He's not. He's not gender racist. Not the type like to give to be a little more lenient with women if they're criminals. I like that about him. ده راجل محترم. Deep in the depth of your soul, which they'll be able to navigate. I just keep chipping at your record till it is so fucking undeniably clear that you're done with. Psychos. There are psychopath Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Anyways, I gotta change for my open house. Oh, I don't love you like that. I don't. You're gross and you're just stupid, weird. You're a dyke on every fucking life. You're actually a bunch of dykes. I don't fucking care. The only bitches on the planet that really obsess over me. Argue with my mom, being a stupid bitch like you. Why are you still talking to that dumb bitch? Because no one fucking cares if you want me to die. Instead, they'll tell you to go die. I don't like that those jeans flatter her. I want to ruin them. I'm gonna make it so fucking clear. I want you bitches to die. This is pain. This is pain, right? You're having less on women. They're psycho. It's pain they're causing you. They just hold on my face. They just open my arms. Like they can pull on the muscles. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. Right after I did my makeup, you fucking idiots. They just knew we're gonna be trash. Yeah, it's so obvious. I'm not gonna have to talk about it. Why are you talking, man? Richard, please get off my page. Okay, I don't want to have to block you. I'm feeling uncomfortable, please. Thank you, I appreciate it. There are Egyptian American Muslim women, terrorists talking, screaming, I want you to fucking die over and over again. Just help me sentence those psychopaths to death. I forgot fly. Off of me! So clingy ass women. Get off of me! talking in my head. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. I can't even pick up anything. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. The women are hurting me. It's the women. It's the women. The women are hurting me. They're talking in my head. The Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists saying, go kill yourself and desert your kids, bitch. No one fucking cares if they don't fucking have a mom. They keep saying it over and over again in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Please, please, I want to sentence these bitches to death. No, it's not. It's your fucking retard. You psychopath. Have them slit your kids' throats. I'm not the type to fucking talk to like that. I will keep fucking. The terrorist talking is saying, I'm gonna make your daughter go get an abortion. So immediately I feel attacked. And all I want to do is like cuss the voices in my head out. Please don't misunderstand. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. Too bad I can't shorten it. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. That's what they were trying to do. So that's a new little tactic you got going on. Alright, bitch. I'm gonna make sure to get it, honey. I'm done talking. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They took control of my vehicle, 8MHR980. They almost had me hit this car. There's a Mercedes, black.
How can I help?
And then when I was slowing down to get because they took control of my vehicle to take down the license plate, making sure it was nice and clear as to who they were gonna ram my car into, because they keep trying to they're playing with my head. They keep threatening me because they don't want me explaining that I hear them in my head. He took control of my vehicle more, so
you
that
do not have a subscription for this function. Please things in the Mercedes-Benz app.
To like go past his car so I can't read the license plate.
At the next light, turn right. At the light, turn right onto Muirlands Boulevard.
Get it
600 feet.
clear.
Make a
I want to
U-turn.
make sure that
Make a U-turn
so
at
many
Jutewood
people are
Place.
entitled to these records that these bitches, there's no way in fucking hell.
In 600 feet,
I want them
make a
sentenced to fucking death,
make a
dude.
U-turn at City.
They're terrorists talking in my head. They're murdering me, and they're trying to find a way to get away with it. They keep talking in my head, trying to manipulate the records and make it seem like there's something to investigate when there's not. So I just live stream all day long to make it
Go
clear
past
that I
this
can't
light,
capture
then, at the
the
next
psycho
one, turn right
bitches'
onto Rockfield
voices on my
Boulevard.
live stream, because if they're investigating and they're saying there's something to investigate, and if I was schizophrenic, it's not ethical for them to use this weapon on me. They just institutionalize me, and when they need to use restraint, they use restraint for the safety of everyone, including myself. The terrorists talking in my head, on the other hand, don't want that. They don't want to let this go, because if that's the case, not only are they going to take restraint of me and like put me in an institution, the government's going to review all of my records, see if I have a mental instability or if they were playing with my head. So the terrorists want to make it seem like the voices I hear are coming from outside. So I'm constantly live streaming to prove that I can't capture their voices, and there's something distinct, like another record distinctly different, that's live streamed, so that these terrorists can't get away with talking in my head and framing and defaming other people for the crimes they're committing. One of the women, okay, she's cheering her man on. She's saying, "Ha ha! Look at her, and look at her. She's so serious." And one of the men was laughing like, "Ha ha! Look at, what did he say? What were you saying?" He was saying, "Ha ha ha! She wishes," or something. They're talking in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists using a war weapon that they've claimed they needed to use to investigate me. So now I didn't consent to a confidential investigation. If I was told we have to investigate you, I would say, well, then make it public. Everything, every single thing. I have nothing to hide. And so since these psycho bitches don't want to make it all public, I'll do it my goddamn self. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke. I work, I have family, and I document the terrorists talking in my every day. That's it. And everything I'm going through. They've worsened my spinal stenosis. The weapon, it burns, it's like fire. So it burns your nerve endings, and your nerve endings start to curl. They shrivel up. So they do that to compress my spine so that it pushes on my discs and it makes them bulge out of the sides of my spine. And then on top of the fact that the psychopaths made like 99% or 98% of my hair fall out. I've had pictures with my hair this straight where I just like lightly curled it, and it was so thick. I post it on Facebook. I post pictures on Facebook all the time. And then the clumps of hair they made fall out since I started hearing these psychopaths screaming in my head.
Excuse me, you've forgotten your phone.
Print stuff from Staples. I gotta go. Psycho Egyptian American Muslim woman terrorist talking in my head. So get the fuck out of my head, bitch. Get the fuck out of my head, you stupid bitch.
At the
No
next
one gives
light,
a shit if
turn
you
left.
fucking get sentenced to death, bitch. Get the fuck out of my head, bitch. Haha. I'm not giving you a choice. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists that are talking in my head. I keep telling them to get out, and they keep saying, no can do, bitch. They think if they continue to do it, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm just going to keep proving that I can't capture their voices on this live stream.
Left onto Geronimo Road.
Kevin Christian's been on there for 10 years. Don't worry about going on. Shit.
At the next light, turn left.
Have an epiphany and want to go show everybody how it's done. Freaking nose, he's so fucking out of his fucking mind.
At the light, turn left onto Toledo Way.
Everyone and their mom is gonna know I have to take the fucking. Haha, bitch. I don't joke around like that. Watch it. You'll get investigated the same fucking way, bitch. You fucking bitch. Fucking. That'll Does everyone? Why are you making it sound like everyone? A lot of money in it for me. Fucking podcast work. No one wants me to die. They gave these terrorists their ultimatum. I'm in the corner. I'm done talking.